Hey Leo, let's see what's going on in your love life. This is a tarot love reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and of course for any of you lovely cross-watchers dealing with a Leo romantically. Now please keep in mind, Leo, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate, and you're always welcome to take what works and leave the rest. So we're jumping right into it today, my lovely lions, and let's see what could be coming toward Leo in love. First message coming out today for Leo, we're starting it out today with the Devil energy. Definitely interesting, Leo. So the Devil energy can kind of go one of two ways for me. It can be a card that indicates very strong lust, very strong desire for somebody. So it can really speak to a strong physical attraction. Unfortunately, though, the Devil can also be a very big indicator of something potentially unhealthy or toxic that's going on within a romantic connection. It can sometimes be the energy of somebody who is not emotionally available, somebody who is non-committal, somebody who maybe keeps their options open. And there could be other things going on that are maybe not the healthiest for the relationship. Things like jealousy, things like controlling behavior. So we're going to have to keep going to see what's happening here. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Leo. Interesting. The Star. What came to mind, Leo, is that somebody has treated you badly and now they're trying to make amends. They're trying to say they're sorry. They're trying to fix things. They're coming towards you to see if they can potentially fix what they broke. Very interesting. Okay, it's my cat. Tell me more, please, about what could be coming toward Leo right now. The Two of Swords, yeah. But there's a level of uncertainty surrounding the connection. The Two of Swords basically indicates that you are probably at a significant crossroads in the connection between you and this person. Now, if they're coming in after they've hurt you, and now they're saying that they want to fix things and they want to make things better, this is going to be a tough call, I think, Leo. The Two of Swords definitely suggests a situation where your head is going to be telling you one thing and your heart is going to be telling you another, and you're ultimately going to have to figure out, how do I want to move forward in this situation? But I will say with that Devil energy, I feel like whatever your person did, and it is a general rating, so it's going to vary, but whatever happened, it feels like it was really unhealthy and really toxic. And so sure, they can come around with the Star energy, wanting to see if they can heal things. But I think the question is like, how much damage has been done? Do you feel that this is something that the two of you can recover from? Or do you feel like it's best to stay away from each other, basically? So very interesting energy, Leo. Here's what we're going to do for the rest of the reading. We're going to look more at this person and we're going to look more at you. So we're going to look at their overall energy, what they could be feeling, what actions they could be taking. I'll look at the same thing for you, and then we'll look at the potential outcome. So let's dig into it. Tell me about this person who is here for Leo right now, please. The Hermit. Well, they could be a Virgo. It definitely looks like they've been in a bit of a hermit mode. I mean, maybe what they've been doing here, Leo, is really thinking about what they did and then feeling really bad about what they did. It does feel like they've potentially been doing some reflecting. Tell me more about this person's energy, the Justice card. Libra energy, here's your apology. I do think you're getting a big fat apology coming your way, Leo. I do think your person feels that they have done an injustice to you. And I do think they're coming in to say that they're sorry. And I do think that they're going to try to make things right. Tell me more, please, about their energy, the High Priestess. This is kind of wild, you guys. The three cards to represent the overall energy for your person are all major arcana. That's big energy and it can indicate big changes are coming your way. Now, the very interesting thing with the High Priestess is that this can sometimes show up when somebody feels like they have a very strong soul connection with us. And so a big part of the reason that I feel this person is probably re-entering your life, Leo, is because they still feel a very strong pull towards you. It does not feel like it's over. It does not feel like it's finished. It feels like the spark is still very much alive, at least for them. They are sorry about what they did, and now they're just hoping that there's going to be an opportunity for the two of you to come together and potentially rekindle this connection. Let's see what they could be feeling. Eight of Wands. Yeah, I mean, there's a sense of urgency here. It's almost like they feel they need to come in really quickly and tell you how they feel. The Eight of Wands can represent really, really quick, fast communication, and it's showing up in their feelings. So this makes me feel, Leo, like they're coming in quickly to tell you how they feel. There's a sense of like, I need to say it to Leo, and I need to say it now before I lose my chance. Tell me more, please, about what they could be feeling. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. They're hoping that things can be brought back into balance with your connection. They're hoping that things will smooth over. They're hoping the two of you can have a chance to rebuild. This is a very patient energy, hopefully, or they're hopefully thinking like, oh, if Leo can be patient with me, maybe there's a chance. But I do think that they're working to try to bring things into balance. I'm getting another message. Take it or leave it. The other message that I'm getting here, Leo, with the Temperance card is that because it's in their feelings, maybe they were very emotionally unbalanced before when you were together. Maybe it was very emotionally chaotic. You never really knew what was going to happen or what they were feeling or what was going on. Maybe you felt like you were constantly walking on eggshells with this person. And so maybe the Temperance card showing up is like they've been working on that. Maybe they've been working on becoming more stable. And now they're like, I'm a lot more balanced out. I'm a lot more sure about what I feel. They could be trying to prove that to you. What else could they be feeling? Six of Pentacles, that's interesting. That's actually quite significant, Leo, because both of these cards, the Temperance and the Six of Pentacles, have an element of balance. They are really trying to bring things back into balance in the connection. And I do feel with the Six of Pentacles, maybe they didn't really show up the way that they should have before. That can definitely indicate a one-sided dynamic where maybe they were not pulling their weight. They were not showing up fully in the relationship. I do think they're trying to do that now. The challenge that I see though, Leo, is that because the first card was the Devil, and that is such a potentially toxic, unhealthy energy, it feels like to me like, sure, they can come back and they can feel very sorry. But I also feel like whatever went down between the two of you was very significant. I don't feel like this is something you guys can just kind of like brush under the rug and pretend everything's going to be okay. It feels like if there were to be a chance for the two of you to work on this, a huge repair has to be done. Huge, like massive. It's going to take time, effort, a lot to rebuild here. I don't think this is the energy of something you just get over overnight. Whatever they did, however they hurt you, it feels like it was significant, Leo. So sure, does it look like they're coming in because they genuinely want to fix things and bring things into balance? I do think the cards are showing that. Even though they're doing that though, it doesn't mean that everything is necessarily fixable. That's the message I'm getting. And that's up to you to decide. It's a personal decision, but I think that could be something you're looking at. Like, was the nature of the transgression so big that I just can't get over it and get past it, right? Okay, let's see what actions they could be taking right now. 10 of Wands. There's a lot of emotional baggage and a lot of heaviness between the two of you, and I think your person is trying to deal with the emotional baggage and the issues. Tell me more about what actions they could be taking. The Fool. I mean, they're coming in strongly here for a fresh start. I think they're definitely saying to you, Leo, give me a second chance, take a leap of faith. I promise I can be better. I promise I can be different. I'm going to be better. I'm going to do better. All those things. I'm going to like make it up to you. I'm so sorry. Just give me a chance to prove myself. Tell me more. The World. Let's leave this tough cycle behind us. Let's wrap up all that bullshit from the past and let's have a fresh start because I want to make you happy. I want to fulfill you, Leo, if you give me the chance. I think you got some big energy coming your way. They are really going to try to sell this to you. Really strongly try to get you back. Okay. So let's look at you, Leo. Tell me about Leo's energy. Okay. That's not surprising. The first card showing up for you is the Two of Pentacles, which is somebody literally weighing their options. I think you're looking at this and you are definitely weighing the pros and cons of this situation. You might even literally have a pros and a cons list that you put on a piece of paper and you write it out. So you're looking at this from all angles. You're going to weigh everything and then you're going to decide what you want to do. Tell me more, please, about Leo's energy. What is this? Three of Wands. That's good. This kind of came popping out of the deck. Three of Wands is about thinking about the future. So here's what I think you're being encouraged to do, Leo. It's like, if you're in a situation like the cards are suggesting, where somebody really hurt you, they're coming back, they're really trying to win you back. What do you want for the future, right? So when you're making this decision and when you're weighing the pros and cons about getting back with this person or not getting back with this person, how do you see them fitting into the future that you imagine for yourself, right? When you think of the bigger picture, not just what's happening right now, not what's happening this week, this month, when you think 3 years down the road, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, do you see this person in that picture? That's something where you can kind of help check yourself to be like, do I still see a future here or do I not? Tell me more about Leo's energy, the 10 of Swords. Yeah, I mean, we've already covered this, but let's recap. This is a very heavy energy. You can see I'm holding up the card if you're watching. It is literally somebody who has been stabbed in the back. Literally, that is the imagery on this card. It means that somebody really hurt us. And we've covered that. We know that this person did something to significantly betray you. And I feel like the 10 of Swords is saying that energy of the betrayal is still here and it hurts. And you haven't forgotten the stuff that went down between the two of you. So let's see what you could be feeling. Tell me about Leo's feelings right now. Queen of Wands, okay. I kind of love that because this feels like you stepping into your power. With this kind of energy, Leo, I feel confident that whatever it is you decide to do here, you're going to make that decision from a place of confidence and self-respect. Because the Queen of Wands knows her worth and her value and she does not settle for less. And don't worry about the gender, it's just the energy. So I see you setting really high standards here and knowing what you're worthy of. And then that's how you're gonna make that decision, from a place of confidence and self-assuredness. Tell me what else Leo could be feeling, please. Okay. Hold on 1 second. We got cards flying out here, you guys. 1 second, 1 second. What have we got here? Oh, definitely an interesting one. Okay, so the 7 of Cups came jumping out, which is a card of confusion, right? It's a card of illusion. And so with this person coming back, I think you've got a lot of big concerns here where it's like, can I trust this? Are they being honest? Can I believe them? Is it too good to be true? Are they hiding things from me? There's a lot that I think is going through your mind when it comes to this person. Tell me more about what Leo could be feeling. The Emperor, yeah. Another really strong card, very much like the Queen of Wands. So I'm not kind of clear yet what you might do with this situation, Leo, but I am getting strong energy for you to suggest that you are going to make an empowered decision. I don't think you're going to get like sucked back into this. I think that if you decide that, to give them a chance, it's from a very empowered place where you've weighed the pros and cons and you see the potential for a future and you see them doing things to take accountability and make it up to you. However, it can go the other way. You could also weigh out the pros and cons, think about the future, think about how they hurt you and be like, no. First of all, the damage is too great. They hurt me too much. I don't think I can ever get over it. I don't see a future with them. I do not imagine us together 5 years from now. Like sometimes this really interesting thing happens. Like, you know, I've talked to lots of people about relationships and I'll ask this question a lot and people will be like, yeah, I don't really know. Like, I'm kind of uncertain about my relationship. And I'm like, so when you think of yourself 5 years from now, do you see that person in your life? And like some people right away are like, yes, and I have a very clear vision. I definitely see us together. And sometimes it's like, I don't know exactly what 5 years from now is gonna look like, but I still see us together. But then I find like some people, it's like, think about being with them 5 years from now. And they're like, I literally can't even imagine it. I do not even see it. I don't even see a world where that happens, right? So that's something that I think you're kind of looking at. It's like, do you see the future potential here? But like I said, Leo, even if you do, I think a lot of repair has to be done for whatever that devil energy is. So even if you do see a future, I think the question is like, are you willing to invest the time and effort into repairing this and potentially seeing if it works out? Because if you don't, I don't think you're going to go back to it. So let's see what actions Leo could be taking right now, please. Ace of Swords, getting to the truth. I think if this person is re-entering your life, you're probably asking all the questions you want to ask. This is about getting to the truth, getting to the heart of the matter, and having a very frank and honest discussion. So you're taking action to ask all the questions you need to ask so that once you have the information, then you can decide. Tell me more, please. 3 of Swords. What actions are you taking? 3 of Swords, right? I feel like with the Ace of Swords and the 3 of Swords beside each other, you're definitely... I feel like you're going to be giving them a piece of your mind and telling them exactly how their behavior hurt you and broke your heart. I get brutal honesty here. And so if this person's going to open up a conversation where they're coming in and saying sorry to you, I think you're going to be pretty directly honest with them about everything that they did, how it hurt you, and basically how it was fucked up. That's what I see. Tell me more about what actions Leo could be taking. 10 of Cups, okay? This is the happily ever after card. Take action towards what you see as being your happily ever after. Whether it's with them or not with them, that's what you're being encouraged to do. Figure out the vision of what happily ever after means for you personally, how you define that, and move toward that. Move toward people and situations and circumstances that align with this. Okay? So, moment of truth. Let's see what the potential outcome is here in this situation. I'm very curious, Leo. What is the potential outcome? King of Swords. Clarity is definitely coming. I think at a minimum, there is going to be a very direct and open conversation coming between you and your person. Tell me more. 4 of Cups. And then there's an emotional withdrawal after that conversation, it looks like. Queen of Swords. That's interesting. I do think there's going to be a very open conversation. I don't get the sense that your person's hiding anything. If anything, I think they're going to be very open. So on the one hand, I think that's good. But it's interesting though, Leo, to have the 4 of Cups following the King of Swords, because it's kind of like they're going to say everything they need to say. You're going to ask questions. I do think it's going to help to clear the air. But then with the 4 of Cups, it's like an emotional withdrawal. It's like, okay, we cleared the air, but I still am not sure that I can trust it. And so I'm not confident that you're going to pursue this, because it feels like after the conversation, you might pull back. And then that gives you the clarity that you need to maybe decide, I don't know if this is right for me, okay? I just don't know if this is going to move in the direction of you two getting back together. I actually want to clarify the Queen of Swords though. Let's get a little bit deeper. 6 of Wands. Tell me more about this Queen of Swords energy, please. The 9 of Wands. Tell me more. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, good. That helps me. So I don't think this is suggesting getting back together. I think you guys talk, and I do think you're going to have like a very honest and open conversation. And I do think your person is going to be truthful. Like, I don't see any shenanigans here where they're lying. I think if they're coming back, they are being genuine. But then I kind of feel like there's that pullback energy of the 4 of Cups where it's like, I just don't know if I can go for it. Like, I appreciate like that they've been honest, but it doesn't mean that you have to take them back. And then we've got the Queen of Swords, which is also a card of clarity. And look at what's happening here on the clarification of the Queen of Swords. 6 of Wands is a card of victory and success, and it's followed by the 9 of Wands, which is a card of like an uphill battle. It literally shows someone climbing up a hill. That's what it is, right? And I feel like what you're maybe realizing here is that for the two of you to have any chance of a successful relationship, it's not going to be easy. And that's what I've been saying the whole reading, Leo, where I'm like, I don't think that what is broken is going to be fixed easily. And so again, I kind of feel like you might appreciate that they come in and communicate honestly with you. But I feel like when you take that information and then you go and reflect on it, you're going to realize that it would take a lot to potentially even get back to something that could resemble a successful relationship. And there's no guarantee it would even get there. And so the very final card that I pulled is the Ace of Pentacles, which to me feels like you just deciding maybe it would be better to pursue a brand new opportunity. You know, sometimes it's hard to go back to something that was broken, and sometimes things are irreparably broken. And that's a little bit of what I think might be happening for some of you, where you're looking at it and you're like, thank you for reaching out. Thank you for apologizing. Thank you for being clear with me. But given everything that happened between the two of us, that's not something I can move on from. So I wish you well, you know, but I'm moving on with my life. And maybe some of you already have. I mean, maybe some of you are already with somebody new. And I think this is more gearing you in the direction of like starting fresh with somebody where there isn't all of this really, really, really heavy emotional baggage, and just recognizing that maybe this chapter is done and that there's probably someone who's a better fit. As always, take it or leave it, you guys, but that's kind of what I'm seeing here as the vibe. So that's what I've got for you today, Leo. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And of course, I wish you so much love and happiness, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.